Hi guys, welcome back to the latest video. Today we are covering the newest chapter of My Hero Academia within chapter 308, titled All Out. The chapter starts with Deku's reunion with Muscular, who remembered who Deku was. He said he hasn't been able to forget Deku and he's been wanting to see him again through all of this time while he was in prison. All of his other opponents were weak in comparison and couldn't satisfy him the way Deku could. Muscular states that he doesn't want revenge or anything, that instead going on a rampage with his quirk and doing whatever he wanted was enough. However, since he's human, he couldn't go back to how he was before just rampaging after he tasted the pleasure and joy of fighting all out with Deku back then. So he jumped to attack Deku, who stood on a building rooftop, but he didn't jump high enough and instead crashed into the building. He then told Deku to go all out, which is definitely a mistake given that Deku has progressed so much since the last time they encountered Muscular. And the last time Muscular encountered Deku, with Deku using quote-unquote 100% of his quirk, he was able to completely decimate Muscular. So I'm unsure why Muscular is asking for another round too, but clearly he wants more pleasure from it. Deku, before getting into it with Muscular, first brought Shindo to Tatami and told her to treat his wounds, and Deku apologized for not arriving on time and being unable to prevent huge damage on buildings and surrounding areas, and he said he'll make sure to reduce the damage. Tatami couldn't see Deku because there was a lot of smoke, but she faintly recognized his voice. Deku then realizes he might have used too much smokescreen, which is a product of the 6th user of One For All, and the 6th user agreed. Due to One For All becoming stronger, the quirks have all grown exponentially and become harder to control, especially after All Might passed the torch. Given that Deku is the 9th user, the singularity has never been more awakened. However, due to the new complex nature of the quirks, this is why Deku needs to relax and control himself. Their quirks are enough to become a finishing move if used individually, so Deku will need to visualize and use them as tools where he can construct these tools to stop his opponents. Now these few panels are huge. We see Deku's awakened quirks are stronger than ever, and he's actively trying to control them. Given that all of them are immensely powerful, he needs to learn how to use each of them as a way of assistance and utility, rather than all of them as immensely powerful abilities. I think it's super cool to see these quirks now awakened even more. Deku then remembers that Muscular is someone who can withstand quote-unquote 100% of One For All, so he's using Smokescreen to block his vision, combined with the float ability from Nana, and then uses Black Whip from Banjo to attack, and Danger Sense from the 4th user to strengthen his predictions. This just shows the ultimate prowess Deku is now able to achieve using all these abilities at once. This is what we've been waiting to see ever since Singularity was first discussed and touched on. Muscular tells Deku that he's using cheap tricks, and Deku responds asking where All For One and Shigaraki are, and Muscular said he didn't know, and the last thing they ever said to him was to do whatever he likes. Clearly All For One and Shigaraki just want destruction and they want society to continually breaking down. There isn't even an inherent objective that they're giving Muscular, they just want him to rampage. Muscular tells Deku due to his cheap tricks, his mood is now dampened, and he told Deku to fight all out like that day long ago. Deku asked why he wants to rampage so badly, to which Muscular answered he wants to live his life with no regrets of not experiencing all the fun and pleasure he can get. Deku then asked if he had no other path he could choose, and Muscular answered there was no other path he could take. Muscular told Deku if he wanted to express his sympathy, he should just do it elsewhere, because in Muscular's heart there was only blood and battle. Internally, Deku said that he knows that he should still fight no matter his opponent's answers, but he thought he could change something if he knew why they do what they do. This just shows Deku's single-minded heroism that he also expressed towards Shigaraki, wanting to save those who society and many would find irredeemable. Muscular said that Deku became such a boring person, and after he said that, his muscles began to tear up, and this happened because of the muscle tension and exhaustion due to Shindo's vibration. However, there's a lag with Shindo's vibration, which is why it's happening now, and is due to the same reason that Muscular wasn't able to jump onto the roof. Muscular told Deku he was cunning, but Deku said that it was him going all out. The chapter ends here, and there are some giant takeaways. Firstly, Deku is able to simultaneously use multiple quirks, although not perfectly yet, but in a way that allows him to combat more freely and precisely, all while minimizing damage and being able to conceal himself. We see Deku's relentless desire to save, and we also see that Shindo has clearly progressed as a hero, doing enough to even harm Muscular and inhibit his movements. This chapter leaves us on a cliffhanger, but an amazing one, and in the next chapter we will likely see the fight between Deku and Muscular go all out. I believe Deku will likely decimate Muscular given Deku's new immense power and progression since they last fought. Mind you, the last time they fought, Deku was a much less experienced hero, and now he has gone through absolutely so much, in fact going through the entire war arc, awakening his quirk Singularity, and even more. So I'm super excited for next week's chapter. I can't wait to see this fight, and I can't wait to see Deku fully go quote-unquote all out. There was a chapter break last week due to Horikoshi's health, but I'm really glad to see he's fine now and clearly able to produce another amazing chapter so we can get back to covering My Hero Academia. If you guys enjoyed the video breakdown of this chapter, please consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribing as it really helps out my channel. I really enjoy making this content for you guys, so any feedback is always appreciated. As always, guys, I'll catch you all